Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card, just so we could test out the energy and see what's going on for my lovely Saggies out there. I hope you're all doing well, my friends. Let's shuffle it up, my guys. Talk to me. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card super quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which I always find intriguing. But let's get it going here. What do we got for Saggy? Please start this reading off nice and smooth. All right, the deck is being a little particular. There it is. Okay, so there could be something that's taking up the vast majority of your focus when I have this little Red Riding Hood. Now, of course, this card could be a little warning sometimes as well, but I don't read it like that in this deck. This is always an intriguing type of card to me. Now, before we fully dive in on this, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it, my friends. But into the reading, enough of the promos, right? So check this card out. Just like the little Red Riding Hood fairy tale, right? You see that wolf looking at Red Riding Hood. She's walking through the forest. So sure, it could mean that like somebody might be watching your move. Somebody has eyes on in one way or another. But I'm not going to fearmonger with the first card. This could easily just be something that you're extremely focused on, right? There could be a situation that's taken up the vast majority of your focus. There could be a person that's taken up a lot of your focus. Or this could be vice versa, right? There might be somebody or something focused on you. So anything revolving around that, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a lot of wand energy, because that is a big energy of focus as well. So what you're giving your energy to could be very important, or what you're really focused on day to day. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get the intuitive, juicy stuff. I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote for us. So let's shuffle these tarot cards up. What do we got for Saggy, please? So, in the last 3 weeks, 2 of the 3 readings had the word warning attached to it. Now, I do try to keep these titles for these readings as simple as possible. That's just how I do it. I don't like to have sentence-long titles. But yeah, last week's was an important warning. 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was a serious warning. I've been seeing like 10s of swords and towers and all those things. So hopefully things haven't been too rough on you, whether it's like physical health and well-being or things going on with those around you. It was a bit of a hectic type of energy. So we're going to hope for some positivity this week. I mean, either way, we're going to take it all in stride, right, Saggy? Let's get these first 3 out. As always, you know the energy is fluid. It's always changing. It's ever moving. Nothing's ever set in stone. And this could just be other people. So we have the 3 of Wands. Like I said, the energy of focus is showing up once again. And notice in the 3 of Wands, that person is looking at that globe in their hand. So interesting. The focus is here. Let's get 2 more. Okay, we have the Death card. Do not be nervous. Do not be afraid about that card. It does not speak about literal death. Let's get 1 more. Very interesting. Yeah, there could be a new cycle starting. Okay, the energy of speaking, talking, messages, showing up double here on the back end because we have the 8 of Wands. But we also have the Page of Wands showing up in the bonus. So like I said from that first card, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of wand energy. 3 of the 4 cards out right now. That fiery wand energy. So let's go through it. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get those juicy intuitive messages. Position number 1, the 3 of Wands. Okay. This card to me, 3s are all different in their own little way. This is a huge card of strategy to me. It's also a card of somebody possibly being in a waiting pattern, a holding pattern. So there might be something or someone you're waiting on. Could be results you're waiting on, whatever it might be. But this is one of the bigger cards of manifestation when I see it, creation. Okay, so there might be something you have been or will be creating that's like right within reach that could be coming in for you, depending on what the clarifier is. So big card of manifesting. But like I said, that person is looking at that globe focus, right? What you're focused on could be extremely important. Your manifestation powers could be extra amped up in this time. But we're just going to have to see what it is because it could be planning, it could be strategy. Moving to the center, we have the Death card. Now, this could be a Scorpio in your life. This is the card that represents Scorpio. And like I said, it doesn't mean literal death. The Death card does speak about the cycles of life. So this could speak about karmic things, whether it's warnings, like we've been seeing in recent weeks, or just the karmic cycles of life. Somebody paying karmic debts, somebody receiving a karmic reward. This is going to be an important card to clarify, but when I see this card, I think of a phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, so a new beginning, a new cycle. This is generally an optimistic card to me, despite the name, but it could just speak about karma, right? Your cycles of life. On the back end, we have the Eight of Wands, big card of speed, action, and movement. There could be a cycle that's like ever changing in a very quick way, especially with how I see this laid out. Like we have the Three of Wands, the waiting, the change, the transformation into this Eight of Wands. Very powerful, massive, strong type of energy. So I really want to clarify all this. So aside from speed, aside from action, aside from things moving, the Eight of Wands is a card of communication, speaking, messages. So we're going to want to clarify this as well. It could be speaking about various talks that are going on in your life. But with all this energy I've been seeing, you get that. You get a little blooper reel this week. I dropped the Eight of Wands. When the way this energy is looking, it is changing in a very fast way. It's that explosive, fiery energy. Now, on the extreme back end, we do have the Page of Wands. So this could just represent you. Maybe you're trying to learn something new or do something new. But as I always say, all pages are messengers. They're communicators and students. So something about a talk, something about communication is being extra highlighted in this time with this back end of the cards. And for some of you, it could just be a child or another fire sign in your life showing up prominently. So let's dive deeper on all of it, Saggy. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for the Sagittarius collective, please. Guides and spirit team. And we did have communication and talking a couple of weeks ago as well. What's going on? And yeah, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on this Three of Wands. See what's up with this creation. And also, if you'd like to play along, if you know how to read tarot, that's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages off the spread that you want to give to Saggy, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind. All right, Three of Wands. Yeah, the deck was just telling me, let's get this show on the road, Kyle. Stop yapping. But that's my job, right? I'm supposed to talk over here. Let's get this Three of Wands. What's going on? The deck is like, the cards and deck, they're all like jumping out of my hands, which is interesting with all this fire energy. What's the Three of Wands here? Yeah, very sudden type of energy. We have the moon in reverse underneath this Three of Wands. Something you may have brought to fruition, something you may have created is just going to happen very suddenly. Almost even shockingly, it's giving me that tower type of energy, especially with all the fire. Now, the moon in reverse isn't a bad thing. That could just represent a Pisces in your life. But the moon to me is the card of the unknown, the unexpected. Okay, so when I see it in reverse, it's revealing, right? Okay, it doesn't mean the truth or anything, like it doesn't have to be that. The moon in reverse underneath this Three of Wands is just saying like something you have created is coming your way, or something is about to change very suddenly or shockingly. That's just how it feels here. Okay, so there could be various things in this time. I would expect the unexpected, because you might just be Three of Wands mode, hanging out, watching something, waiting, and then this moon flips in reverse and like boom, like out of nowhere, something big happens. So we're going to see what's up. I've been saying it. There's this very powerful type of energy in the undercurrents of this spread. So I would expect the unexpected, or various things happening suddenly. I think the way the rest of this reading plays out will tell me if it's a warning or not. So let's see what's up with that Death card. Why is the Death card here for Saggy? Thank you. Yeah, good. Three of Cups underneath the Death card. This is good. A lot of you could be moving into a much better new cycle of life here with the Three of Cups. Now we're starting to pick up water sign energy like throughout this reading. So it's like half fire, half water. That could be a steamy type of energy. But the Three of Cups is a card of celebration, joyousness, happiness, merriment. Of course, it could represent groups of people, community, more than two. But when I see it underneath this Death card, that unexpected, that sudden, that shocking energy could be moving into something much better and nicer. I would expect different wins and victories in this time, changes for the better, transformations for the better. And this is an extremely powerful, massive transformative energy I'm seeing here, or massive change-based energy, and it's not for the worse. All right. Even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment, like for some of you, this could be blessings in disguise, right? Or things change and it might not seem that great in the moment, but in reality, you're going to be happy it happened. Okay, that's just the vibe I'm picking up. Now, we're going to keep moving through, but when I see the Death card with the Three of Cups, this is just saying like whatever cycle, whatever change, whatever karmic energy. For some of you, this could be like karmic blessings, all right? But whatever karmic cycle you're moving into could be much better, lighter type of energy, celebratory, where you come out on the right end. So we're going to go over to that Eight of Wands, then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the Shadow card. So why is the Eight of Wands here? Thank you. Queen of Cups. Yeah, more of the emotional talk type of energy. Like I said, I showed up in the reading for you like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was literally titled An Emotional Talk, and it's showing up once again. So I don't feel a lot of you biting your tongue in this time. More water sign energy, especially with the Queen of Cups. Expression of feelings are important here, okay? So whether it's you hearing somebody else out or somebody hearing you out, that crisp, clear, honest communication is extremely important in this time. And just keep everything on the level. That's like how this feels to me. Because the Queen of Cups, in her darker form, she could be somebody that suppresses, holds things in. This is very loving and caring. There might be somebody that needs to hear from you as well. All right. Somebody might need a little reassurance, or you might need some reassurance. Okay. Like telling somebody that you love them, telling somebody that you care about them, or hearing that yourself. This is an energy of needing that reassurance. Okay. And that's just the vibe I'm picking up here. Okay. So more of the emotional talking, the important talking for sure. But let's go through and do a quick recap because there's a lot going on this week, Saggy. So if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Three of Wands with the Moon in reverse. Like I said, you might be in Three of Wands mode looking at your globe there, and then something just suddenly shifts. So I don't necessarily feel like it's bad for all of you. This could be like a sudden or shockingly fast change that comes in out of nowhere, especially with all the power, the universal energies we're feeling here. Like I would expect the unexpected in various realms. Leaning towards the positive though, because in the center we have the Death card with the Three of Cups in the upright. Feels lovely, feels luscious to me. Okay, that you're moving into a much better cycle. It can represent karmic blessings. But this is a very positive omen and energy that I would claim here. Okay, could be the energy of a blessing in disguise, something that might not seem great at the time, but really is. I'm expecting massive change for the better. Okay, that's just how it feels here. So a lot of you could be in that transformative time. On the back end, we have the Eight of Wands with the Queen of Cups in the upright. Like I said, the importance of venting those emotions, the importance of clear, honest, on the level type of communication is held up on a pedestal in this week's reading, just like we've been seeing. So for another portion of you, whether this is important conversations going back and forth, emotional talks, the main vibe I'm getting here also, aside from all that, is reassurance. So there might be somebody in your life that needs to hear that you love them or you care about them, or needs that reassurance. Maybe that's something you need to hear, that everything's going to be okay, that you are cared about. So Saggy, please take a screenshot. We're going to get you one shadow card here. Interesting reading, interesting spread. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this doesn't just have to be your energy. Like somebody you're closely connected to might need some of this. All right. So yeah, we're going to get you one shadow card. It's a good introspective part of this spread. We're going to see what's in the shadows for Saggy, please. Using a Shadowland Tarot as always. Thank you. Nice and quick. The Sun card, okay? So the Sun card to me is a very, pardon me, similar energy to that Moon in reverse, okay? For a portion of you, this could be a Leo that may have left a mark on you. Now, the Sun is the most positive card in the whole entire tarot deck, in my opinion, and a lot of other readers. So when it shows up in the shadows, it's the energy of revealing, putting light on things. If there's certain things that are really bothering you in this time, if you're struggling with things, casting light upon them is what Spirit wants you to do. Don't bury things. Don't repress things. Don't hide things. Cast light on it. That purification, right? Invite Spirit in as well. those beautiful love and light energies. Like, this doesn't feel bad, but there could be some things that need your attention, okay? So, Saggy, that's what I have for you this week. Very intriguing reading. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the October subscriber surprise. For the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the wonderful Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card you'd like to see me dressed up as for Halloween this year. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.